We could start off by just talking about pissing. That might be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, I'm Dave.
I'm Geoff.
I'm Erin.
I have to qualify that Geoff with a G, just so that you listeners out there.
Oh, gee, you mean Goff?
Well,
Geoff.
more like Geoff. Yeah, that's the usual answer. How come? Because I've had a friend of mine who called me Geoff, and he just
Just for real.
For just forever, for always, because he had to. And I said, so why is that? And he said, geology, geography, Geoff.
Okay.
That's what you get.
Whatever.
So
That's funny.
it's kind of an Anne of Green Gables condition. Anne always had to qualify that her name had an E at the end. So I belong to a club of people with names that need to be explained way too much. But I'll keep going for a couple of minutes if no, I'm just kidding.
Explain your name. Remember the other day at stand-up, one of the guys was like,
Yeah.
my name's...
You're taking a stand-up class
Yeah,
together?
we're taking
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And so the one guy was like, yeah, my name's Kean. Like, you put the key in. And then we all, it like started a thing where then you were like, Geoff.
Geoff, geography, yes. Everybody, Geoff like Geoff.
And I said, my name's Erin. Like, you let the air in when you open the window.
Yeah. It was really cool.
That was pretty good. I got a
Oh my
laugh.
God.
Yeah, it was. Everybody went right down the row and had fun with Keyin. I don't know how we spell his name.
Keyin.
Keyin. I bet not.
I bet not. I bet not.
Wow.
Names that are spelled weird.
Yeah, we have a lot of them in Canada. Like, everybody's an immigrant, so, like, my parents, nobody knows what I say my last name.
Yeah, how do you say your last name?
I say it Wojcik. The Polish way of saying it is Wójcik.
That sounds much better.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fucking Geoff.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
So, you're 72 years old. That's pretty old.
Oh yeah, 72. Yeah, elder statesman.
Wow, that's
I
really
guess.
cool. Do you
My body is 72.
Yeah, what's your
But
mind?
I kind of float around between 5 and 40.
5 and 40.
Fluctuate the other side of life, the spiritual side.
Is it like life has two times? It's like 5 to 40 and then 41 to 72?
No, it's just that 5 to 40 were good years. They were
okay.
really good. So
And then it just went downhill.
No, it just changed. Life got serious or something, or I forgot. I hung out with little kids, so I'm still 5 in a lot of ways.
I see.
I'm still a
Keeps you
deranged
young.
teenager in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
Statistically, the happiest decade for like people is their 60s.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's like kind of when happiness, like according to this one.
Man, I just said goodbye to them. I guess I didn't take advantage.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you think your like favorite age has been so far?
Oh, 28,
28.
for sure.
Yeah, I think mine was 30. 30 was a freaking good year.
Nice.
30.
Yeah, I just had so many like positive self changes, and it just like just started doing so much shit with my life, and it was just great.
Cool.
Started meeting so many friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you guys.
Oh yeah. It's been a lovely surprise for me.
Yeah, so we all met at a improv class with OK Dope with Alex Foreman. It's pretty sick. I didn't really ever talk to you until like yesterday
I know.
or no, Sunday.
I added you on Facebook and you were like, do I know you? I was like, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
For 6 weeks you've known me, dude. 6 weeks.
We've worked together in the trenches.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
I always knew though, I thought we could be friends.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
You didn't think so? Really? Yeah, I don't know. I maybe come across like different than I actually am.
I don't know. We just never talked, and I just thought. I don't know. I just thought it was gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ever since the orange juice sketch, I just felt like that was our bonding moment.
That was-
Orange juice sketch.
Well,
Tell me
it was.
we were. Our scene was in a grocery store, and we were supposed to become like the best of friends. Was the like
strangers become.
goal?
Yeah.
And so I said something about like, oh, you got a lot of orange juice in your cart.
Yeah.
And I was like, for why?
You had to agree, like, oh, you love orange juice? Oh, me too. And
I remember this. Yeah.
yeah.
It was like 2 peas in a pod.
I was like,
Anyway.
and then he's like, you have a lot of orange juice. And I was like, yeah, I like to go home and take a bath in it. Do you want to join me?
It worked because apparently I got an invitation to go and eat some iron. Yeah. Oh no, we didn't agree on a bathtub. Oh yeah. Orange, a bath and consume some iron pills. It was brilliant work. I thought.
Brilliantly done.
And I thought, I bet we could be friends, really, and like not just sketch friends, but thanks for the tea, Dave.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's made by a struggling Polish man.
You? Wait, what?
So did you grow up speaking Polish?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of like I grew up speaking English and Polish like at the same time.
That's lovely. Would you mind gifting us with just a little sound of Polish?
Okay. Siema, lubisz pomarańcze? Słyszałem, że lubisz pomarańcze. Ty on jedli pomarańcze kiedyś. Z twoim sketch. I don't know, is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
So Polish for sketch is sketch, I guess.
You have to look that up if you want to know what he said.
I don't know the word for sketches, but they use a lot of English words.
Are you allowed to translate that on air, or was it, what exactly?
Oh, I was just like, hey, what's up?
What's up?
You guys like oranges? You guys ate oranges?
Jesus God, now we're gonna be like two buds who like orange juice. That's gonna be our whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, oddly, I don't drink it, and it's just part of the sketch, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
I used the wrong grammar too, so.
You used to what?
I used the wrong grammar too.
Oh.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, they're half siblings. They grew up in Poland.
Cool.
And I grew up here, so they're like way older than me. They're kind of like my aunt and uncle. Yeah, I don't really talk to them that much.
Yeah.
But how about you? Do you have any brothers?
I have 3 siblings. I'm the eldest of 4, and the next in line is a sister, 2.5 years younger, and then another.
You're the old guy.
I'm the elder
yeah.
sib. And that's part of the reason why my list of problems is so long. Apparently, if you do birth order investigations and research, it's like doomed. Poor
That's
guy.
funny. I'm the
Being
oldest
the
too.
first kid.
I'm the
Oh
oldest
my
of
God,
4.
this is going
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And my brother's 10 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
What sort of problems are you talking about?
Like to be the boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you bossy? Oh, I mean, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a bossy teacher, but yeah, that's part of it. It's like you sort of given control of all of these younger folks,
Yeah.
and so you have to.
Yeah.
You just get used to taking advantage of them and doing horrible things to them.
Okay.
Oh no, I loved my brothers and sisters. They were lots of fun. How many siblings do you have?
3 younger.
3 younger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boy, girl, boy. Yeah. But my 2 younger siblings they're in the States, and they're half siblings and like quite a bit younger, so like kind of the same opposite of you, where it's like I'm almost like their aunt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
they're like
Yeah,
13 years younger than me, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother's like 16 years.
Yeah.
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 oh, that's it.
Yeah, so it's
big
kind of
gap.
like 2 different
Yeah.
families almost, yeah.
Didn't really grow up with them.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like an only child.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
that's,
feel that way?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so like do you notice that like the people that you've like dated and married have been like youngest children or oldest children?
Well, it's been a mixture.
Okay.
I don't.
Have you ever like been with a middle child?
I dated. Well, I guess I've dated an only.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind that I've had a lot of time
Yeah.
to date.
No,
I bet I probably managed to run into all of the possible combinations.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of that shit.
I seem to I've like dated a lot, like mostly youngest children, and then my husband's an only child. But I've never really middle children. Haven't really.
Have you been married before, Geoff?
Yes, I have, Dave.
Oh yeah. Wow, how was that?
Thrice. Have you been married
Three
thrice?
times?
Thrice.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I must have spilled that at some point.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
when people tell me things, I usually remember them.
Oh, I'm going to keep that in mind from here on in.
Damn.
No, I have no problems saying that I was married 3 times. Not at all.
Yeah.
And they were all...
Well, how old are you the first time?
I was a very mature 26.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
not a
thought.
bad age. Mature 26.
And well, you just think you're ready for this big game. And so got the house ready and the picket fence and then and we both taught music in our house, so it was like a nice little setup. And then came a fateful day when I was told that there were no children in her karma.
Oh, and you wanted kids.
I said, oh yeah, I always wanted kids.
Damn.
I just never had them.
Daddy.
Fuck. Did you guys not talk about it before, or like
Oh yeah, we
she changed
did.
her mind?
Oh no, she just changed her mind.
She just went to like a tarot reader or something.
She might have just decided I wasn't. But she never did remarry, and she never did have kids. So she was right. She knew her karma well. So yeah, that was disappointing.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, how long did you guys like stay together then?
Fuck, dude.
Well, we lived together for 1 year and were married for 5 years when that news came
Okay.
along, and then
Oh.
it was like, okay, so, well, I guess we could. It just disappeared, kind of. It just didn't have the right energy anymore.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Like,
Yeah, it does that seems to be like one of the things that you like kind of have to match on.
for sure.
Oh, it was a
I've broken up
discussion.
over that.
Absolutely, it was like we were right there.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? Oh, who's gonna cook? Well, that'd be me. Who's gonna do this?
Are you a good cook?
I love to cook.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love to
I
cook.
love cooking as well.
What's your favorite cuisine?
I don't know.
Favorite dish?
I kind of it changes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been making a lot of omelets lately.
Oh, that's a great food.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a great
Making a lot
food.
of omelets lately. I've just been making a lot of omelets lately. I don't know, it's just funny.
Dude, I've been eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so
Look at that.
it's been a lot. Yeah, Toronto.
It's my hometown.
Oh, me too.
No way.
Yeah, brother.
Is it?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
I'm sure. Well, it's amazing that there's so much talk that goes on. I can't keep track of it all anymore.
It's true. Me neither.
Yeah.
I need an assistant.
Yeah, well, apologizing for not remembering.
That's
You're
okay.
from Toronto.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh,
I'm barely a Toronto guy though. I like lived in Etobicoke and then Mississauga, so and then Etobicoke again. Yeah. What part of Toronto are you from?
Summerhill.
Oh, I don't even know where that is.
Summerhill subway station.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Kind of around there.
Yeah. Summerhill.
Like north of
Station.
Bloor Street and south of Eglinton.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I took that line to go see a girl once when I was in university. That's the only reason I know Somerville.
Well, it's when I started off, it just went up to Eglinton,
Yeah.
and then over the years, I just can't believe what happened to it. I really loved the subway. It's a great escape when you're 13.
What do you mean? What happened to it?
How it expanded.
Oh yeah, but it's only like started expanding like the last 5 years or so. It's been pretty stable now.
It just doesn't stop. But
Yeah.
But when the east-west line got completed, so you can go from your home to being like 20 miles away from your home, and you can party up in the west end of town, and your parents have no idea where you are. It was a great escape machine for me. I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
These little islands here, the Toronto
You're
Islands.
looking at the mug, eh? That's just for people who are listening.
Yeah.
He's looking at it.
Well, I was actually, I could have been about this little island that I ended up on out of complete fate.
Yeah.
If you'd said I was going to be hanging out 6 months a year in Victoria 4 years ago, I would have said no.
You guys are only here 6 months?
We go back and forth.
To Toronto?
Cambridge, which is a little city just west of Toronto.
I know where that is. They have those Shakespeare plays there.
Close by.
Oh, what?
Stratford.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's in the hood.
Okay.
It's in the hood.
Those are very nice glasses,
Thank
by
you.
the way, for
We
those
have
of
some
you.
heart-shaped glasses.
Yeah.
I just can't decide if they're like too dark to wear inside.
Well, you are. What's it like looking at a green wall through green?
Oh yeah, no, it changes the hue of everything to like a little bit green.
So, we're like the expression "looking at the world through rose-colored glasses."
Yeah.
I sort of get that one. But we'll have to come up with one for green-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Weed-colored glasses.
That's it. There you go.
Everything's dank.
Solved.
Exactly.
Problem solved.
Cool. Do you still want to do stand-up, Geoff?
I've signed up.
Oh yeah, for the class,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So are you doing it right now?
Yes, every Sunday from 3:00 to 5.
Oh, cool.
And then, when I was asking if you'd written any jokes, I guess it was a question that everybody could grab. But we went through that with Elliot on Sunday. That you need to do this just as an exercise to get used to generating successful jokes, and then this, and then this, and then this. And it's been a really interesting. Well, it feels like a constraint to me in a lot of ways, but I think it's probably a good exercise.
Well, it's good to follow a formula when you're learning something. It helps you just like your brain understand what you're doing, and then you can do your own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with stand-up with like my writing. It's just been like it's been an evolution, but like I still don't know what a punchline is.
Yeah. As I've been writing, like when I've been writing, I'm like, so is this the punchline?
Oh
Like,
man, I just think a punchline is like, from what I understand, it's just like something that sounds funny to say.
okay, that's like repeatable.
Yeah, like boom. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the best I got.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is a punchline? How do you explain a punchline? I don't know.
Surprise. So I'm just going back into my notes. It's a
Yeah.
surprise or a twist. The thing that's funny about a class is that you present your jokes and everybody goes, oh yeah, so, and there's like no laughter.
It's
So
very
it's like,
serious.
does that mean it wasn't a funny punchline, or does this mean we're thinking about it too hard, or?
Interesting. I thought my jokes got laughs. I don't know. I laughed at yours. I thought.
Oh no, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
it's that sort of, you intellectualize a process that should be
Yeah.
like something from the gut,
Right.
and so people are talking about, well, maybe if you did this or you did that. No, I thought your jokes were great. Your story was hilarious. You should tell us that story.
Yeah. So that would. Yeah. I'll
I'll give away your entire career, right?
yeah. Exactly.
No, I'm sure it's shitty. So just go on.
No, I told
No.
you about it. I said
Did you?
about me getting caught vaping on the plane.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's my story. That
It's
was my story
hilarious.
that I.
Well,
Oh, it just left us
Yeah.
hanging. We could hardly wait to hear more.
I know you guys are like.
It's
Because
true.
I don't think I come off as like somebody who's like
no, you don't.
edgy.
Yeah, you're kind of like a tomboy, like
tomboy.
yeah,
Yeah, a what?
a tomboy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're just like you're kind of a bro.
kind of a bro.
Yeah,
kind of bro.
I did not get that vibe from
No,
you at all
yeah,
before
so-
I talked to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
man.
I come off as not that, but
I feel like vaping is just so over like scrutinized. It's just some bull like it's
Yeah.
nothing, dude. It's not gonna like make the room stinky or whatever. It's like
yeah,
I feel like you should be able to vape like everywhere. Or we should have like vaping and no vaping sections for like the
planes.
everything. Restaurants,
Yeah,
coffee shops, everywhere.
Well, that's radical thinking, Dave.
I don't think so. I mean, think back like a few years ago, people used to do that with cigarettes, and
yeah.
that smelled like hell. So
Yeah. Well,
gave you cancer and stuff. So I mean, I think vaping's all right. Like,
yeah. Well, I quit smoking when I was 26.
I
And
used
then
to smoke.
somebody said, try this. And what I
Yeah.
really
Was it
I
math or
just like
something?
rejoiced that smoke was coming out of my mouth. It was like, oh God, look, I just loved it.
Yeah.
Loved smoking cigarettes.
I
Was it like a
I
vape or
love smoking
something?
cigarettes, but they had drugs in them.
Nice.
But this vape was, well, I'm talking about nicotine.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
essential part of the process was the nicotine.
Yeah.
But I also really liked the billowing clouds of smoke.
I
So
love smoke.
Yeah.
somebody said, try this vape thing, and I was like, whew, and I went, oh wow, I missed that.
Yeah.
But I didn't start vaping.
That's too bad.
Could have been the fact that I was vaping something that tasted like raspberries or something.
What would you prefer?
Not quite.
Just like nothing?
Well, no, they have ones that taste like cigarettes.
Yeah, I've never tried them. But
Yeah.
I've heard they have
Remember
like
the Juuls?
yeah.
The ones that were like mellow.
Oh, bro, the Juuls were.
Yeah,
awesome,
that was
dude.
peak vape.
I agree.
Yeah.
Juul is peak vape.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't run into Juuls. I
Oh,
don't think.
bro.
Peak vape.
Dude. That was the era, dude.
Yeah, that was.
Just go to
Yeah.
the gas station. Dude, Juuls are sick because you can just hold them in your mouth. They're like super light.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, yeah. Anyway.
So did you vape? Did you have vape with nicotine in it, or
Yeah.
just flavors?
Actually, I started vaping with like just the zero nicotine, but they don't sell those anymore. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know
They're all
why.
nicotine now.
Yeah, I think it's because they didn't like people like me to get into it. So I don't know. So now
Big
I have
brother. Big
to,
brother always
Vape.
watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So did you do any drugs growing up?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah. What kind of drugs did you do?
Well, let's see.
If you don't mind.
Let's start up. Oh, I know. I did a lot of hallucinogens.
Oh, really?
Was
Was that in a certain era?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
what
It
was
was.
that?
It was like the 70s.
The 70s? Cool. How did you get like acid and stuff back in those
Everybody
days?
knew somebody who knows
They just
somebody.
know
It's just the
somebody.
same now. I'm
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't do drugs. Yeah.
I smoked marijuana.
Yeah.
It was like the era was
Marijuana. I smoked marijuana.
Why are you making fun of it?
dope. But dope is so broad now. But when that was really, it was kind of.
Well,
that
it's
was
legal
it.
now.
But people would say, "Here, try some of this," and you go, "What is it?" And they'd say, "I don't know," and then you just try it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
cool.
it was
Yeah.
So that was in my like late teens to like.
Yeah.
It was a good 5 years of just like whatever you got, I'll try.
Do you not? Whoa, that's that's.
I never
interesting.
shot up though. I didn't use heroin. I
Yeah.
can't put needles in my arm.
You can't put needles in your arm.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, if I would not be able to shoot up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know people who think it's just fine. Sure, yeah, I can shoot up, but no, I would not be able to put a needle in my arm.
I don't think I could do it either.
Well.
I mean, given the like under the right structure, I'm sure I could. But
If I'm in the hospital and I need an IV and
Yeah.
the nurse says I'm going to put a needle in your arm.
So have you done like LSD?
Yeah, did I not say acid?
Yeah.
Oh,
You said
okay.
hallucinogens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, acid was.
I asked you about
I just
acid.
thought, man, I've probably done way too much of this. And then I heard that like how much acid John Lennon took, and I thought, oh god,
How much
I got
did
a
he
long
take?
way to go.
How
Thousands and thousands of.
What?
Oh.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense.
Well, the boys, I think the
explains
Beatles
things.
were quite into it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, this was always like, that'd be really good on acid. So it's like everything in the whole wide world will be better if you were on. Like there was that thinking. It was like, let's just go take the subway down to a park and have a picnic. Of course, that'll be way better on acid.
Yeah.
Of course it will. It's like, I don't know.
Sex on acid better?
I don't recall ever having sex on acid. I qualify.
Okay.
No, I don't think. No, I never did. How about that?
How about that?
Well,
Like I never had a partner that was. By the time I got more seriously into relationships, the party boy had sort of dwindled into a distant memory.
so do you not smoke weed anymore?
No.
Have you ever tried it since it was legal?
It hurts. It
hurts your throat.
It's not good for the bronchia.
Bronchies.
Yeah. No, I've had gummies,
Yeah.
but it's like so. Yeah, I remember that's sort of But it's not something that's required on a regular basis.
Cool. Well, I just took a break from all that stuff recently. So that's been interesting because I realize I've been doing it a lot more than I knew. I mean, it was
So it was a bit of a shock, was it?
yeah. I was surprised about like how many cravings I got in different, especially on the weekend. It was like holy crap. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good experiment. So yeah.
So did it take, or did you have to just get back to normal consumption?
I think you just took a break.
Yeah.
Just a break.
Well, I think after I did it, I kind of realized like I do it way more than I really want to, and then I enjoy it. Like sometimes I do it and I don't enjoy it. And actually, like recently, the reason I stopped is because I've been like thinking about death so much lately, and I keep bringing that up.
Yes,
and
you do.
like I talked to my therapist, and they're like, try. Like stop smoking weed, see what happens, and it just like totally fixed it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
yeah, she said like I should just do it when I have a reason to do it, like because drugs can give you something positive, and if there's something I can say that will benefit me, then I can do it, but let's not do it every day. Yeah. Anyways.
Well,
I think it's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm on a little sober journey.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't, for like, it'll be
So
2 years?
2 years.
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
So sober
it's-
mean like sober when I was growing up meant not drinking.
Yeah, but like
But sober
just
just
not
means
doing
not-
any of the things.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to think that taking a lot of drugs would affect your golf game.
Yeah.
You know what I
Keep
mean?
looking for the balls in the woods for hours.
Hours. Oh
But I
man.
used to like I wasn't really into like smoking and golfing that much, but I used to golf with this one guy who just smoked the whole time and still kicked my ass.
Like
so.
smoke weed or
Yeah, smoke weed
Oh,
and
wow.
cigarettes. He was
Yeah. Smoking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always something being.
Sick.
But yeah.
That's cool. Nate's also sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it seems like he needs it. Like he's dedicated to it, and
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
like it's not good for him. Like when he does it, so.
Yeah, I guess it's all fine until it isn't. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But good for checking in, Dave.
What do you mean?
Well, you just sort of checked in and said, I think maybe I'm going to change things up.
Oh yeah.
As compared to just, rolling along till it's really not good.
That's true. Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad my therapist suggested that because fuck, it really worked for a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an addictive personality, so I don't know whether it's food or if it's something like
Pokemon?
sports or like playing music, 2,000 hours, like just all the time. Yeah, like anything can be. But the one drug that really got me was alcohol.
Mm.
So I did some time with AA, and then I thought, no, I can't do the higher power thing. So I don't know. It was the same thing. It was like a check-in. It was like, yeah, just keep an eye on this.
Yeah.
Because if there's anything that would take me down, it would probably be that.
So you don't drink anymore, like at all?
No,
Or-
I'll have. Yeah. I mean, when we went out to the,
Yeah.
I'll have
remember.
I'll have a pint.
Yeah.
You're just more intentional with
Have a
it.
pint. Have another pint, and then that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cool.
Whereas once upon a time, there was no number of pints that was out of bounds.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'll just have one. No, I had 15 instead, or whatever it was. I don't know. When you get addicted and you get into trouble, it's different. It's a different thing.
Well, I'll keep that in mind if I ever get there. I'll give you a call.
Well, yeah, just don't drink. Just
Yeah.
forget that part.
I'm not really that into drinking, to be honest. So, but anyways, so you do a lot of music too. You've been doing music all your life.
Ever since I can remember. Like a little kid, hammering my parents to give me a violin.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
that's interesting.
And they couldn't because they didn't have little violins at that point. They do now.
That they do for kids? They have small ones?
For 3-year-olds.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I taught Suzuki violin for 10 years.
Suzuki violin.
It's a method. It's a pedagogy that was invented by this guy who's from Japan. His name's Shinichi Suzuki. So it's
I was thinking about David
that's his
Suzuki.
lesson. He doesn't make motorcycles, but it's like Smith, I guess. There are a lot of Suzukis in Japan.
Right. Yeah. That's
Anyway, he said you learn by listening. You don't learn by looking. And you just listen, and then play it. And I think that's how I always learned everything. So I like the methodology. So I taught that, and by that time, they had violins.
Like learning by playing by ear.
Yeah, by ear. 16th size violins are really teeny, but they fit perfectly under a 3-year-old's chin. So they look
3-year-old's chin.
They look like they're.
Yeah.
It fits them. It's really cool.
Huh.
But they didn't have those when I was growing up.
That's so young. 3 years old.
It is, but good hockey players started skating when they were 3, and good gymnasts started when they were 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's just like you start early, and then it's like breathing, and then you just make it better. Or something.
Yeah. I feel like our brains are naturally just like able to pick stuff up when they're just around that environment. Like with language and just with like anything, I feel like you just have enough experience around something and it just kind of clicks eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you learn all your music by ear?
No, I mean I started playing piano when I was a kid and like taking like proper lessons, and I was learning it through the sheet music and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I play a lot of stuff by ear now. Yeah. Do you play any music, Erin?
No.
Cool.
Not really.
Cool. Well, we've been recording for about 35 minutes, so maybe we can wrap it up. I was just kind of wondering, maybe I can ask you guys what you wanted to do with in comedy, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I can go first.
Yeah, you go.
When I first started doing stand-up, I just did it because I felt like I was, I don't know, kind of different, and I just wanted to share that with people. I just thought people would like it, and I wanted to get funnier, and that's still my goal. I want to get funnier, and I didn't really have that was kind of it before, but like, I don't know, I'd like to be able to, I'd love to run like my own show with some friends, and yeah, I just love performing so much, and I'm not good at explaining this stuff.
I get it though, yeah. Like,
Well, I think performing is, if you like it,
I love
like
performing.
if you like the light, if you like the.
I could perform every fucking day. Like, yes.
So does it? I mean, when I was playing in the bands I was in, I get to do some microphone work. So you tell a story about the song or something that happened.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And when
those
people
guys do
laugh,
that.
it was way better than the clapping
Like for the
that
music.
For the music, yeah, it was a good buzz. I really enjoyed it, and I love laughing, and I love stand up. And I thought, I wonder what that would feel like if it. So it's always been a thought. Well, I'd like to give that a try, but I don't know. I almost signed up for Second City.
Yeah, in Toronto.
Too far away.
Yeah.
Then I came out here and it was just sitting in my lap, so I just had. I had. Sure, I loved the improv. That was fun. And I thought, well, now's the chance. Write 3 jokes, stand up and tell them, and see how it feels.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna like perform stand up at the end of it, or how does it work?
I don't know, is there like a showcase or?
Yeah, I think Elliot said that we get 3 minutes,
Okay.
and we're all going to do 3 minutes.
Cool.
In front of a
In front of our friends and relatives, and in the OK Dope space there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so probably not like
Yeah.
a full
Well,
house.
it's still kind of a cool venue in there.
I like it.
Yeah, I'd like to come if I can.
Yeah.
Well, just pay your money and step right in.
All right.
And I don't know if I have no idea if there's a.
Step right up. Stand-up's a little different because you have like open mics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
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 So that's, that'll be the teller is if I do the 3 minutes and I want to go and do an open mic, then that might indicate that the seed has been planted.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Why don't you do it? Of course, yeah. I was thinking we should get together to do like a stand-up like writing session or like just bounce shit off each other.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
A writer's room.
Yeah, exactly.
I always thought that would be fun too. So that's sketch. So.
Are you in a sketch class?
No, Jillian is.
No.
Jillian and Nate.
Jeff, maybe? Jeff, I think is too. Jeff.
I like the idea of bouncing ideas around and then working up a little.
And you can like also perform in front of each other and just like see how that joke lands and how you want to modify it. So I think that would be a cool thing we could do together. Yeah.
Well, right now I have a book. When I was talking to Geoff, he describes himself as a storyteller, stand-up kind of.
You mean the other Geoff?
Yeah, the other Geoff.
The cool.
That's funny when he was
hungover
talking
lawyer.
to himself.
J-Man.
Hungover lawyer, Jeff. Yeah, that guy.
J-Man.
J-bro.
Yeah, J-bro. And so I guess there must be different ways of doing stand-up. Like,
For sure. Oh my god. I feel like it's infinite.
I'd like to just be able to figure out what fits me.
Yeah, me too.
Me three.
Cool.
I like making people laugh.
Yeah.
But I've never really, I didn't really grow up like performing or anything. So we'll see about that aspect. I can't say that's my like favorite part or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're just, trying it out and starting out, and you're just kind of like starting to open up and, figure it out and blossom,
Blossom.
Yeah.
Well, there's an expression in the education business about being a lifelong learner. So I have a chance. I'm not dead yet, so I might as well try something that I've always wanted to do. So that's all it is just checking things out. Like I didn't play golf until I was 16.
Yeah.
And I've still never played golf.
And my dad said, why haven't you played golf? And I said, I don't know. So I went out and tried it out, and I thought, this is great. Yeah. I really love it. I can't play at all well, but it doesn't matter. I like the walking around and I spent my whole life just trying things out that looked interesting. So
I like drugs.
There you go. That was definitely part of the growing up.
Sweet. Well, thanks for listening. If anyone's listening.
Yeah.
I'm Dave.
I'm Erin.
And I'm Geoff.
That's it.